So this is Trinity. She's here to get some basic obedience in hopes that she can be a service dog in the future. We're at the dog park and we're just gonna let her run around. There's actually nobody here, but she needs some exercise for sure. She just got rescued from a shelter 3 days ago, I think. She needs really impeccable impulse control, and her socialization has to be through the roof. So that's what we're doing right now. We're not even touching the service dog stuff because she needs obedience first and foremost, for sure. There's two really big things we're going to focus on. We really have to focus a ton on her socialization skills with people, places, and things. So she needs to be basically bomb-proof when it comes to any outside things that she might come in contact with that a normal dog wouldn't. A good example is like riding the bus. A normal dog will never get on the bus in their entire life, but she might. As long as she doesn't have any real fear, then, you know, we can socialize her with different people, different places, and different things, and get her extremely comfortable in her own skin so that whatever circumstance or whatever situation she comes in contact with, she's able to handle it. And that's the main focus of her training, besides the obedience. The obedience is a must, that's a given, and then outside of that, there's the socialization with people, places, and things, and the impeccable impulse control. That's the second thing. The amount of patience and impulse control she has to have exceeds that of a normal dog by like 1,000 times. It just has to be crazy. It has to be a crazy amount of patience and impulse control. So for her to get out of the crate, she needs to start to calm down. And this is where you get into the really important stuff, where she learns to calm herself down. And this is one of the key things for teaching her every command, really. But in order to calm herself down, she needs to gain this skill, and this skill doesn't come naturally. So she needs to learn that what I want is for her to be calm, and then after that, she needs to learn how to do it herself. She needs to figure out how she can calm herself down. So if I go down to touch, she starts to get a little amped up. So I'm going to back my hand away and wait for her to calm down again. Now, I'm not looking for a physical position. I don't care if she lays down, sits down. I don't care what she does. She just needs to be calm. Good. Good. No. No. Stop licking. Good. So that's pretty calm. You definitely want to start. You definitely want to start out slow. Don't want to push it too far. You want to set your dog up for success. Good girl. There's three main questions you want to ask when you're training a dog. The first two kind of go together. So, did I teach the dog what I'm asking them to do the best way I possibly could. And the second question is, does the dog completely understand 100% what I'm asking them to do? So those two kind of go together. And then the third question is the dog physically capable to do what I'm asking them to do? And what that means is, did I build up the dog's impulse control? Did I build up the dog's patience? Did I build up the dog's ability to perform this command? So if you're asking the dog to leave something alone that is very enticing to go after, then you have to make sure that you've built up the ability to leave that thing alone. Or if you're asking the dog to wait an extended period of time for something, you have to make sure that you've built up your dog's patience and impulse control. Otherwise, it's not fair to ask the dog to do that if the dog doesn't have the ability to actually wait that long. The more she practices this stuff, the better she'll be at obeying other commands that you teach her in the future. So this is the first step to getting really reliable obedience, because she needs to be able to obey the command. She needs to physically have the capability to obey a command. So while I'm making her food, it's gonna entice her to move. So this is where she practices impulse control. Wait. Then once her food's made, okay. Now she'll have to wait back here. So now I let her cross this boundary of coming into the dining room and the kitchen area, but now she has to wait before this boundary until I release her to eat her food. And this is where it gets a little harder, because she wants to immediately go eat when you put her food down. So this is what you do. You put her food down, and if she moves, you pick it back up. So you picked it back up, and then you'll put her back. Wait. And this takes a while for them to understand. Oh. You can also just grab the leash and put her back after the food's already down and have her wait. And the longer she waits, the more impulse control she's gaining and the more patience she's gaining. And then you can start to really look for her to be calm, not just a physical position. Like, I don't care if she's laying down, sitting down, she's doing that for appeasement. She's trying to figure out what I want. But really what I want is for her to just be completely calm. And the same thing goes for this as it does for everything else, like letting her out of her crate, letting her go out the door. You don't want to push it too far in the beginning. You want to only make her wait a few seconds so that you can set her up for success, so that she knows what she's doing is the correct thing, and then you release her. Okay, good girl.